tear down the empire from the inside out. Whoever controls the drug business controls the streets. I'll be running the whole damn trade.
This city is meant to be yours, sweetheart. What are you gonna do to get it?
Trust me. It's just the beginning.
Hey, welcome back, Critics Collective Poolside. Well, not really poolside. I mean, if you're in the deep end, go ahead and swim over to the shallow end, hit the subscribe button, like, follow, keep that notification bell on for more from the Critics Collective. Now, this time, staying in the theme of water, penguins. They can't swim. People think they do. They can't. Well, they can swim, but they can't fly. I had a few too many drinks. Literally, I was poolside when I did this video. The only reason why I went ahead and jumped out of the water and got to the Panthers Den to record this was for the fact of on the Daredevil short. And again, at the Critics Collectives, we love the collective conversation that happens between television, film, movies, video games, just wrestling. There's just so many different things to talk about. And one of the individuals that watched that review was like, man, this guy, me, doesn't like a slow burn, short attention span. And it made me think about the Penguin. It was a perfect example of how one team executed it perfectly and the other one stumbled a bit at points till they got to the end. Now, for this one, we're going to talk about, if you haven't guessed it already, The Penguin. The Penguin came out in 2024. Each episode is a running time about an hour. This is an HBO exclusive. This is a mini series, and I'll explain later, hopefully, if I remember, because this is about penguins, not necessarily an elephant. An elephant never forgets. But what I will say is the highs and lows, and then I'll go into rate it. So the lows of this one was, I'm afraid they're going to try to give me or us season 2. And I hope they don't give season 2, because this pulls it off so well that it's hard to follow up with this. And we've talked about it before in other movies and television shows where sometimes you could find that ending spot and walk away instead of saying, what if? Game of Thrones comes to mind. Lost. So many more. But for this television series, it is really the only negative thing I would say about it. Maybe the lacking of fighting scenes, but the Penguin isn't known, at least for the general audience, including myself, known for fighting scenes the same as Daredevil. Now let's go into the pros. The pros, I thought the cast was great. You had Colin, Cristin, you had Rhenzy, if I'm saying his name correctly. Even the supporting cast that wasn't on every episode for the most part did a great job. The setting, the music, it felt dark. It looked dark. They visually and music to your ears created Gotham and parts around Gotham as if it was real. You can go out and see those cities. You can see the inspirations from places like Chicago and other places where you can see where they got that gritty from. The other thing I would say was great was Colin's transformation. Again, without even knowing it was him, a lot of people would know that's Colin under that suit. The acting was so good and so gripping on this character. It felt like you're watching Mobland. It felt like you're watching Blue Bloods. It felt like you're watching Sopranos. It felt like moments where it felt like it could fit in any traditional Godfather mafia style movie, and it was smooth at it. You found a character that you were kind of sometimes torn, whether you liked that character or you didn't. Some of the highs in this season, 8 episodes, not going to spoil anything, episode 3, episode 4, and the season finale. I think those are the keystones or the real glue that holds this together. But the rest of them collectively do what they have to do. There's really no filler episode in it because they work to tell this story. The other cool thing about the stories that they tell in this one is the fact that this takes place following the events of Batman from 2022. Now that Batman, maybe I'll come back and review it. I love how it does fit in that universe, and I don't think DC has done that as far as pulling that off. Now CW shows like The Flash and Arrow and Smallville and other shows tended to do that in a respectful way, but not to the darkness of this, not to the consistency as this is. And again, 8 episodes and the movie. Movie was way too long. But for the most part, that's all I have. So what we like to do, we like to rate things. Okay. We rate it from a 0 to a 5, 5 being excellent, 0 being horrible, and then everything in between. Let us know in the comments, how do you feel about The Penguin, this mini series, HBO, One episode is an hour. There's 8 episodes. You do the math. It is valued time. I guarantee. I don't know if that's Gambit, but I like it. If you had a choice between the new Daredevil, which is on Disney Plus, and this one, I would recommend this one. I enjoy both of them, but I enjoyed the Penguin that much more. The Penguin was in conversations to win awards. Not to say there was, again, the Penguin just did something. Whether you're a fan of Marvel, DC characters, comic book characters in general, if you like crime dramas, you're going to like this. If you like dramas, you're going to like this. If you like just watching the story about the bad guy, you're going to like this, to the point that if DC gave us more villains, don't bring back season 2 of this. Bring the crew back together and get us another villain in the same timeline. Give us 2 or 3 of those. Just keep feeding us those, right? And then when you give us another movie, now we have those characters established and we can understand it. And if you don't, you can go back and see it. You can go back and see it. That's just what it is. Now, you could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here. We greatly appreciate that. Again, notifications on, hit the like and subscribe, and check out one of these other videos we have. Until next time, click a lick allow.